exciting episode of the Canna We Talk Now podcast, where we're running a little bit around EU block, as I announced with on a call with Ben Stevens a couple of weeks ago, and we're kind of been running around the UK a little bit. UK has had legalized medical cannabis since 2018, so it's actually made a real forward run. And we share in Ireland, we share an island with this other jurisdiction, the UK. You know, we didn't ask for it, but we got it anyway. And that's a reality that we have to live in. But in terms of cannabis law, legislation, it's a very complex, it even makes it even more complex than anything. And we're talking in the last week was literally Electric Picnic, where we see the southern manifestation of Irish law and how bad it is, where we had the Electric Picnic. There was a stop and search by a drug detection unit that would have went through there. So we currently have a bunch of people in Ireland living the anxiety of waiting pending court cases that they will have to find their way, hopefully, to a courthouse poor box donation that will keep them out of that will protect them from a criminal record. Now, this is something very relevant today because I have a man who knows this area around the legislation regrettably knows it, but we have a very experienced man, a man of my own vintage, Maso Manus, and so I'm delighted to welcome Gary Youds to the call. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Stephen. I'm happy to top of the morning with you, we'll say.
Absolutely, man. Well, you know, you're over. Are you coming shouting from Liverpool as ever?
Yeah. I'm homegrown in Liverpool, born and bred.
There you go. And so tell us, I wanted to just get a little bit of background to yourself. So what took you? My story was teens. I came across cannabis early. So what about yourself?
I've smoked cannabis since I was 18 years of age, and right. It just helped me all right through my life. I mean, I've been vilified and stigmatized and put behind the door a lot of times, and lots of doors slammed on me. But I mean, I've always done the right thing and believed in the power of the community and the power of the universe, and organically motivated me, and it's where I am today, type of thing. And I'm Chillin Rooms has been open for 20 years. It's a harm reduction centre now, and it's tried and tested. It was like an underground. We call it not a speakeasy because we just had cannabis in there, but it was a real community place for over 20 years. Went between the raids and me going to jail, but every time I opened up and come back more organic and more community based, and it's sort of like it's engineered to give back now. So literally, it's going to set the standards for the whole cannabis industry in the UK, because it's literally seed to sale now, and we've been working on the app and the technology. And just speaking to you, it energizes me, Stephen, because people wouldn't speak to me years ago. No, like when I was on bail and I was going to jail. I mean, I was sort of like the enemy. But now,
so tell us a little bit about that history. So did it first go, let's say, askew when you opened the Chillin Rooms? I mean, you didn't start smoking until 18. 18, I would consider that to be quite old in some terms, you know, in terms of, but you know, teens is one of the big issues in the world of cannabis, and how we have to have the harm reduction that you're talking about and all that for those to keep this. We have to be adult about it and know that it can be damaging for teens, let's say. But so 18, and so when did the Chillin Rooms appear?
I went to a cannabis conference in 2002, called Shaping New Agenda, what was organised through John Moores University. So that was like the seed of the me getting into the industry that day. So I went away, and the coffee shop opened in 2004, but it's all reclaimed, the coffee shop, but it works. It seats over 100 people, and it's just exceeded all my expectations every single day being in there. It elevates me.
Is it still the same venue, the same
venue, yeah,
physical space? Okay.
Yeah. Before I opened Chillin Rooms, I was a successful property developer. So I was buying and selling and building and converting and whatever else.
Fucking and diving.
Well, I was just doing things right, and everything, because I work really hard. Some days I work 16-hour days type of thing, and I've also like got like good organization skills now. So like I don't just talk about it, I actually get the job done. So like my job now is when I go to the chillin rooms is light the candles, and that's all really, because everything's like, it's like a fine-tuned engine now, no, after years of running it type of thing. And
very good.
My gates are open now, so I'm really proud. And I have people from the press and people from the highest echelons, the people I would never meet. And
you're part of you are the identity of the Chillin Rooms, and I mean, you have a regrettable moniker, let's say. What do they call you? The Cannabis Martyr or something. Yeah. And within the UK, Cannabis Martyr. I mean, that's because. So tell us, like there's nothing. Nobody should have to go to jail for this plant. That's one thing we have to agree on. Yeah.
We're campaigning now actively to free the flower prisoners, because a criminal record with these 18-year-olds is going to affect them for the rest of their lives. It's going to close a lot of doors. So, what's more harmful, this criminal record or somebody smoking a cannabis joint? Okay, now I do agree it should be regulated, but that's where the app comes in. So it can be. You can sign up and we can make sure there's no under 18s in there. So,
what was the first case? I was led to believe it. You were carrying because you had patients coming to you looking for RSO and different oils, and you were caught bringing.
I was sent to jail for 3 years for supplying a cancer patient with cannabis oil, which was from my community, because we had like up to 30 or 40 home growers who were bringing their products, and lots of them had excess, the waste or the small bud what didn't actually go in the bag, that was used to make the oil. So all that was given to the community. So that was actually given away to the cancer patients for free. So in the future, Chillin Rooms is going to, it's just going to be like a give back community. It's not corporate, it's homegrown, and it's got equity, unity for everybody over 18. So literally,
I'm gonna come to your app and stuff, your future, pretty soon. I want to just get a feel for what the Chillin. So, who's in the Chillin Rooms? I mean, what's the kind of breakdown of the population of the membership?
We have like musicians and robotics engineers and social workers, and just people who've come out of jail. It's just a creative pot of all different religions and different races, and it's just like it's literally like no place other.
You're certainly fond of it.
It's the place.
And you would have patients who would use it, like
we were going to be signing clinicians up to the app, and in the not so distant future, because it's early stages. It's still like we're sort of type of like shaping the agenda. So we're bringing the right people at the right time, and it's sort of just like the universe is aligning and putting things in place for us. As every day, it's just getting like more organic and more creative, and people are waking up to the change.
So I mean, what you're driving to all the time is this the cannabis app, which has been integrated into the Chillin Rooms at the world, let's say.
Yeah. So it's I'm very proud to be wearing this T-shirt today.
See that?
If you know the symbol, it's pronounced in English as Ma. So like our Ma is our mother. So I mean, I'm like its organic disciple to, I feel very proud wearing this symbol. So it's
for my viewers, just to explain, there will be I'll be releasing a call in the next few days, literally, that I did with Chow, who's the partner of Gary. Ja. Difficult because he writes it JIA. So Chow.
Ja. Okay. I think jam jar. Jam
jar. There you go. So we're doing pronunciation. But and hi to Zhao, and but this is your partner, because this is very innovative. What's happening here with the cannabis app, and it's because it's integrated with a physical place, and that's been around for 20 years. How long is the Chillin Rooms?
It opens in 2000. It opens in 2004. So it's 20 years open now.
Okay, so that's mean. But my point is that it has a physical place. It has a place that has existed for 20 years. It has. What would your membership be?
Well, I've never actually had the membership on paper type of thing, but we've got I think it's 130 sign-ups now. But we've
what Joe said in the call with me was that this is what the cannabis app is going to sort out for you. You've been Gary, you've been doing the you're the face, and and Joe is going to bring the tech behind, and yeah. But you're a vibrant part of. We're in the community. It's a part of the Liverpool community. I mean, for a long time.
Yeah, I'm integrated now. Look, Chillin Rooms are set up in the red light area, which it's just deprivation and inequality, and the drug wars festered there for many years. But literally, this is monumental change, and it's going to turn Kensington around. And Kensington is one of the places like the rubbish strewn and nobody cared, and you know, it was just like
suffered in the Thatcher years.
Lots of students, and there was no community there, but it's getting a real community now. There's businesses open up literally every day next door, over the road, and you can like sort of smell the change in the because we're literally 10-minute walk from the city centre. So 10.
I would say just my impression as an Irish man who visits Liverpool. I'm actually, you never walk alone. I'm a red, so on the red side of Liverpool. I don't know where I've never.
Well, I'm literally about a mile and a half from Anfield Stadium. I'm literally a mile away from Lime Street Station. So
you're on the red half.
Yeah, I'm North Liverpool. Yeah.
What I was going to say is my impression was that because I've been around, we're the same kind of vintage, and I've been around for the Thatcher years, and that when Liverpool was one of the cities that were very depressed and felt the brunt of lack of investment for years and years. And so I would have, my father is also, he's a secondhand furniture dealer, and we would be over and back to Liverpool through all those years when in the 80s, when the Irish economy was in crap, and you could see. So I would be over. We'd be importing furniture from those areas of Midlands in England, and Liverpool. We'd always be driving through Liverpool, and I'm very aware of how it was run down in those years. But now I'm also very aware of the transformation that it's had. I mean, the city centre is now, blinging.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of tourists going to city centre, but they stay in the city centre. They don't come to, they go to Anfield type thing, but they don't come to Kensington or Walton type of thing. So all these areas outside the city centre are desperate for redevelopment.
Right.
So hopefully Chillin Rooms is going to set the standard, so there'll be lots of coffee shops opening up all over the UK and Ireland as well, literally to bring about the high street again, what's been like the people are shopping online, aren't they, and the shops are closing down. Sure. So there's thousands of units on the high street what could be converted to coffee shops and pay a lot of tax and look after the community. What's been going on in California, if we can see the taxes, what's being collected, we could do all that in the UK. So Chillin Rooms is here to set the standard. So hopefully other people, other businesses can join now and get their businesses ready and connect with our technology and literally do everything.
I read an article in Irish press yesterday about what are we going to do with all these because the pubs, the famous Irish pub has been closed. They've been closing down at a rate of naught. I mean, I don't know, there's thousands have closed down in the last 5 years or something. And even the ones that are existing, they're only opening from 7 until 12. And it's almost like, oh, what are we going to do? That people don't want to. The younger generations are not the same boozers like my generation and the the fashion has changed, and there is a move to cannabis. And why we have a ready-made network of those pubs that are disused and falling away. Why not put them into clubs? Would be my thought.
I think these youngsters have grown up and seen the alcohol and the trouble it causes in the family with the violence and you know, just people being like drunk type of thing. And when you come in our community, we're like the high rollers now and the high society and high achievers, and like we're getting together, and like there's some of the like engineers and coders and people from like media, and I mean they're all like wanting to come and chill with us and like see what we've created, and it's truly unique, and I can't wait to literally roll it out, and hopefully I'll be bringing the brand to Ireland. I'll be bringing it to Spain. I'll be bringing it to Italy, because it's literally ready to copy and paste all over the world. But I'd call it like the BYD of coffee shops. You know, like we're gonna like put this creation in every town and city and large village, and be the change, or like set the standards in that area. So all these other coffee shops have got to either come up to that standard, and like, you know, so it's a win-win for everybody. But we're going to be compliant, we're going to be regulated, and we're going to be testing all the cannabis, which is like street cannabis now. We don't know what's sprayed on it, or if it's got like toxic nutrients in them type of thing, what's going to do this or do that. But our cannabis, it's not going to be like marketed in fancy bags with different strains. It's going to be sold as it's composite, it's strength, it's genetics. So all these like other brands what are just certain strains. I mean, we won't be mentioning these brands, these like made up strains. It'll just be its genetic formula, and it'll be served in a little brown paper bag, and it'll be you'll know who grew it and what its genetics are and what its composition is. So I mean, and you'll know it's all organic. And
this is all for my viewers. This is all going to be on the cannabis.app app. So like this is all to come, and I've got the other call with Jow that explains more about it. But it's very ambitious, and it's the right piece of innovation. And like I said, it does mean something to have it grounded in a physical location and a face like yourself, Gary. So what I get from you, you're still very positive, because the plant, while it's called by some people the God plant, it's also called the demon weed, and you've kind of seen both sides of it, in the sense of it's taken you through the judicial system too many times.
Yeah, there's been lots of arrests and I've been to jail 4 times.
Four times.
Yeah. The coffee shops, I've lost count how many times I've been raided or, you know, put in a cell. But it makes me stronger. It makes me stronger, and it raises me profile. And I mean, I've had tens of thousands of pounds worth of free publicity for Chillin Rooms on the brand. I mean, I've been in the paper about 4 or 5 times since I've come home, which is Vice and the Echo and the Daily Post, and I've had the Daily Mirror reporter outside my door 2 days after I come home from jail, and I've been on radio stations. I mean, but I feel like it was all worth it, because I've got the best technology and the coolest brand in the world, and it's more like a lifestyle. Chillin Rooms is like it's here to give back. It's here to do things right and with equity, and it's really community orientated. So, I mean, it's just grow, plant your seeds, and we'll bring about the change. And I've got lots of people working on my side, and behind the scenes I've got a new PA, and it's just enlightening for me. And every day I'm like,
regulation is still an issue though, Gary. Yeah, so regulation.
I understand, but like we've got political people on our side now, so we're going to be like flying the flag, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I'm open.
This Labour government, which will have all the power because there's it's won so many seats in the election. It should have. Do you feel that something can happen with them?
There's lots of Labour members who are actually on our side now, and they're actually like Jeff Smith, who's like a prominent MP from Manchester, who's like, and like Mr. Lammy. I mean, there's a good few who are
you feel positive? Yeah.
And look, I've had someone from the Lib Dem party the other night come and spoke to me, and he was actually
in the Chillin Rooms.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just early stages, isn't it? But the right thing to do is the right thing to do, and what we're proposing is the right thing to do with a moral compass, and literally 20 years behind the scenes, getting things right and bringing about the regulation and putting the technology in place. So we're literally, do you know, I mean, if you don't know Chillin Rooms or you don't know the Mar app, I mean, these are the ones who are going to be flying the flag and bringing about like that symbol means like everything. Okay, it's like it's the oldest known word for cannabis in the world. So I'm very proud, and
your feeling is that you're making it, you're helping to make it easy for politicians that they know that this is a model that they can kind of go, right, this works. So we can it makes the regulation easier for these.
Yes, yeah, we've done the hard work type of thing and brought about the change and worked up the hard way, but everything we've done is put us on the right path, which is we're here now and we're actually open with a community interest company, and it's got the card payments and things, and you can book your seat, like go on the app and
built on harm reduction.
Yeah, but it separates the drug market, so you actually know about drugs, KNOW. So like the cocaine and the fentanyl and the poppers and the uppers and the downers and the gas and whatever else is out there and the ketamine. I mean, all these things are like for the teenagers when they're coming of age. So if we could it's like I look at a teenager as like someone who's 18 as like a little new plant. So if we put them in the right environment and we don't put them in toxic situations, they'll bloom and they'll be creative and they'll live an organic and fruitful life. But if we can make the environments for the people, which we've socially genetically modified to bring us all together and put us all in the right place, so we'll all like bloom and we'll all like
So can I ask you about I'm in Barcelona. I spend a lot of time in Barcelona, and we have the social clubs here. So social clubs have been here now for decades, and they're well established. There's 200, I'm told, in Barcelona. The numbers change all the time, but but at the same time, there's still kickbacks coming from the town hall. And so it's not, and the main issues that they would kind of claim is that there's too much involvement from narcos. So that there's too much involvement from drug gangs. And like, I mean, how does this work in your experience in that negative side of drug gangs getting into clubs? Is that a danger?
I think if it was regulated and it was a cashless industry, what we're proposing or we've got in place now. So, I mean, it's literally seed to sale, so that everybody who signed up would be fully regulated. So it just needs more regulation, I think.
You think that your kind of seed to your grow will kind of be better. And will you be able to compete with the black market, I guess, is my question.
Well, home growers can grow cannabis for maybe £10-15 an ounce, and the actual retail price is 280. So there's plenty of profit if you're working with the home growers and regulating them, because these black market are growing big warehouses or they're not paying for the electricity type of thing, so they can produce it for like pennies, because it's literally money grows on trees type of thing. But if it was regulated from the seed with the grower, and so like the grower had somewhere to sell it to, which was regulated, and they knew their cannabis it had to be tested type of thing, because we'll have all the facilities to actually test all the cannabis, and we won't be using all genetic names or are just made up type of thing, because it's sativa, it's what's its hybrid, what's its genetics. I mean, that's what we'll be looking at.
Yeah, but so Joe in the other conversation goes more into the kind of details of that area. I'm just kind of I'm a little bit like what happened with legalization in Germany, for example, to use it kind of to jump around the place. But the guy, he was a health minister, Karl Lauterbach, who basically got that legalization bill through on the basis of removing the drug gangs from the industry. So yes. I mean, it is, for me, it should be one of the most critical arguments that's there in this kind of free cannabis and all that. There's a young kid in Ireland, 16 years old, decapitated and stuffed in a suitcase. How bad does it need to get? Families are being intimidated. I imagine the same thing all around Liverpool, UK, all the county lines. I mean, it's horrific what's happening with drug gangs. And so I think that I feel that there needs to be a narrative change, that we're less about the everybody understands what the plan can do, but what's the negative side of the plan? We have to recognize, and that's what politicians need to be told. You can change this, and they can change it with a stroke of a pen. And so that's what Karl Lauterbach did in Germany. And there is no excuse not to do it.
No, the whole world's changing, as is Thailand, Malta, Barcelona. I mean, all of America type of thing. The UK is really behind, but no, I'm open.
But that's the kind of issue, that there's still, even though you have medical cannabis legalized since 2018, that's quite a while ago now. That's 6 years ago. Yeah, and we're still having this conversation where we're talking about regulation of things. And people will still be going to jail in UK, presumably.
Yeah, every single day. Yeah. The Liverpool court is clogged up with cannabis cases every single day. I mean, hundreds every month.
It's unbelievable. We've got
to stop the funding for the arrests, and we've got to stop the funding for the court cases, and maybe have a different approach. I stop, like, instead of spending money on criminal justice, put it into the community and let the taxes be paid. So all these people are not part of the criminal justice system, and this 18-year-old who's got a bag of weed is not going to get a criminal record because he's. And if people can grow their own, which is more beneficial to them, just growing the plants. Now, you don't have to buy your cannabis then type of thing, because you'd be growing your own. So your habits would work for you. So it's not even a habit, is it? It's a lifestyle. So it coexists with your lifestyle and your creative energy, and it put you in with the right people. And if you have the right environment, i.e. the club to go to, you could, like, you'll bloom. You'll do good, okay, and then we'll have happy organic families.
Okay, my last little question about the logistics of, so the Chillin Room has members. Are all those members growers?
No, we're using the app now. So we've got 3,000 members signed up on the app from over 60 countries. But we've got like 130 signed up who are members of the Chillin Room.
Members of the physical club.
Every day people are joining from different countries, or coming off cruise ships from America and coming to visit me, and from all different countries. So
my question is more, you don't need to be with a prescription. You don't need
No.
Right.
You can come and smoke your own type of thing. It's but it's vaping. We have to vape it.
Right. So that's a little bit more my next question. So the deliveries, is that the only delivery allowed is vaping?
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Right. Well, I guess there's also the combustion. Combustion is cancerous, so carcinogenic. So that's a problem with smoking again, you know.
It's just everything needs regulating, and if we can just take it one day at a time, we're trying. I'm still on bail type of thing. I have to go my probation every week, and I'm still on license until 2026. So every meeting type of thing. I mean, I'm like saying my PA is ex-BBC now. So I mean, I was very proud telling me probation officer, like, who my connections are, and talking to you, Stephen, like, you was candidate for MEP, wasn't you? So it elevates me even higher. So I mean, the whole world's watching now. We'll be going to Product Earth next weekend, and then we've been invited.
Wow.
We've been invited over to in November to the biggest trade show for apps and things like that. So it's just going to get more organic, and hopefully our genetics can go to Ireland really quickly, and you know,
well, we hope so too, and that's why
yeah.
it's like it's good to hear that you're kind of focused on kind of creating a turnkey, like a turnkey formula for people who want to open a club in Ireland. Now,
well, I've had to go through all this to get Chillin Rooms affiliated. So when I get every single little thing in place, i.e. the home grower signed up, then it's literally the whole world can connect to it and do the right thing.
Right. So hopefully we will. Ireland tends to run from election cycle to election cycle. It's rumored that the next election will be in November, and things are so volatile at the moment with migration crisis and a bunch of different kind of geopolitical crisis. And so hopefully we get, hopefully this issue of drug policy, which has to be there, and it should be in this next government, have a decent change of heart, because they are criminalizing so many people in Ireland. It's shocking. So it has to change.
Got to stop. I'll bang my hand on the table. Stop this now, politicians.
That's what this podcast is about. It's like, Canna We Talk Now? The idea is that I've had people, fibromyalgia patients on here who can't talk, you know, and because they're growing for themselves. I've MS patients who are, you know, have to hide their identity. So all this, we've still got a bit to go, Gary. But
we're gaining our momentum. We really are.
Right. And the thing is that, but it'd be great to have your app, and your model will be there when eventually that thing is. I like the idea that you're making the app and your model will make it easier for politicians to embrace and go, okay, that model works.
Yes.
So that's what really is your great hope, that the model will offer that to politicians. That's very important.
Very.
Yeah. Okay, man. So anything else you want to tell my viewers here, mostly in Ireland?
Plant your seeds or get your premises ready now, because times are changing and we're all going to organically indulge and be high rollers, live the high life. I mean, connect digitally and literally do the right thing and stand tall. Okay, we're all like part of society now. We've had all the vilified and the wasted and loser and druggy, stigmatized, and you know, all them labels over the years. But now the new age is there. You're part of it.
And can't wait to welcome you. In November, we have something will happen in the States. We have a bit of a rescheduling with this election that's going to happen there. Harris and I forget his name. Harris and they both have a bit of history around, and the Democrats have said, yeah, we have to do something. But now we have RFK and throwing his thing into the mix, and it with Trump. So really, American politics is wide open again. But what we want to see from them is a bit of descheduling, and so that will kind of be, you know, enhance, let's say, work everywhere, you know.
Yeah, it's on a righteous path, isn't it? We can all smell the freedom type of thing.
There you go. Well, I'll leave you on that note, man. So thank you very much for your time this morning, Gary.
Peace and love to everybody all over Europe and Ireland or wherever you're listening. And then
tell them to subscribe. Tell them to subscribe, Gary.
Yeah, well, join our app. Subscribe to our app, the Cannabis app, and come and chill with guys. GYO is my initials, so grow your own or GL, whatever you want to call it. GYO.
How fitting.
GYO is the grow.
Cheers, man. Been great, Gary. Thanks a lot for taking the call.
Bye-bye.